we'll see the debut of Julio Jones as a Titan. But Tennessee hosts a dangerous Cardinals offense that can take flight at any time. Find out who has the better aerial attack next.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of course, and we've got a good one right here out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year, we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Nashville. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time, and you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his third season in the National Football League.
Drafted with the idea that he'd be one of the most dangerous quarterbacks in the NFL when he put it all together. We've been seeing that progress throughout his career. This guy's legs, we knew they were phenomenal. Arm, top-notch. But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. So they get the completion, that's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there, because sometimes when they get hit early, it gets the juices flowing, and they get right into the game.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up a third down. For this defense, CD, going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs. I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. CD, you take a look at this draft class from this offense, and they went defense with their first-round pick.
Yeah, and you and I both know there were a lot of good players on that list, but this was a defense that was in need of an infusion of youth and speed, and that's what they got.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, he'll dump this one off to counter. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now Murray again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Titan football. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they're led out by the former number 2 overall pick from Oregon in his 7th season now. It's Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing is Mariota. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. That was Patrick Peterson from his cornerback spot whirling in for the sack. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. First down run for Connor, not going to get much, maybe a yard. 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And this will be swung out here for Connor. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Shotgun now for Murray. And this is Ertz with it, right side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Murray now. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Green brings it in. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Murray to air it out again. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And Rondale Moore, a 2nd-round pick from Purdue, only 5'7", 181, may have prevented it from going in the 1st round, but what a cerebral player, a great competitor, and his run after the catch as impressive as anyone had in the draft. Nice catch there, picks up a 1st down.
They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Max Williams. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First down, Mariota. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles? That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but it did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 38, Mariota. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Mariota's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7 yards the pickup there.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine as the first half is winding down. And the Titans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. So a late touchdown here just before the half, and that obviously changes the dynamic of this game.
Yeah, in a couple of ways, partner, because they've been shut out up until this point. So now at least they go into the locker room, and Uncle Mo may be creeping over to their side to talk to him a little bit. And second, they're right back in the football game, an extra point away from tying things up.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. So we've reached first half. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. But we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They run on first down with Henry, but the hole evaporates quickly as he'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mariota now. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Mariota to throw it.
That's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
To throw Mariota. It's complete to Brown, right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
A.J. Brown is starting to get a well-deserved reputation as one of the top-flight receivers in the NFL. Went over 1,000 yards in his first 2 years. Makes another strong catch there.
They'll run on first down. Henry. They find some open field here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Derrick Henry. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6.
Throwing, Mariota. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
On first down, it's Henry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now Mariota. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Murray with a 3rd and long. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And another juke. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Marcus Mariota and the Titans about to go on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Again, it's Henry. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him. And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. On first down, it's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And Bullock will put this one through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down 13-10, 55 seconds remaining. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. To throw is Murray. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Now Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Tennessee, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.